Hello, my intuitors. It's Aria here. Welcome to the Intuit Cafe. And I'm just shuffling cards right now, just about to lay them out for a reading that I'm going to do this week that I thought the focus would be really neat to do on what I'm calling the heart of the soulmate. And depending on how this works out, I might just start making it a regular thing. But one of the things I've really discovered as a card reader is that when I have something a little bit more focused to do a reading on, I get a lot better messages and information that comes through. First of all, I just want to apologize. I didn't do any readings during the week. I had a number of private readings that I was doing, but I was also kind of feeling a little stuck on daily readings and feeling like I didn't really like what was coming through that much. To me, it wasn't all that exciting or interesting. Maybe it has been for those of you who've watched it, and I appreciate that. I found that I get a little frustrated and a little bored when I'm just doing general readings and I'm not reading for specific clients. When I do private readings, I get so much more specific information that comes through because I am tuning into one person's energy. But then the message that is created in that process ends up being so good and so much better, I think, than when I'm doing general readings. That I had kind of an epiphany today, and I was like, I really wish that I could have like a private reading for someone, but then post it for public viewing, and then allowing the viewers to, you'll be able to see the questions that were asked, and of course, just you'll be able to resonate if this message is going to be similar or something along the lines of where you're headed as well. So it's kind of like your own intuition ends up tuning into the message and deciding even ahead of time, should I listen to it or not? Is it going to be, filled with messages that are for me or not? I would like to have a number of people with a wide variety of questions messaging me, asking for readings that will be published publicly with no names or anything attached. But because you're kind of doing me a favor for my channel by allowing me to publish it publicly, I'm going to kind of return the favor in the sense that instead of asking for a specific price for the reading, I'm going to do readings on a donation basis. So allowing you as a viewer to offer, whatever it is you feel like you can afford, an energy exchange that's reasonable, go ahead and make a donation to my channel and just say, I'm interested in participating in the reading by donation. I don't know how long I'll run that special. We'll just kind of see how it goes. But I'm really hoping that I get enough people volunteering that I can, maybe be posting a new reading every day. And I'll be a lot more inspired to do daily readings when I have variety. Because I find that when I'm just sitting down to do daily readings, I'm getting bored with them. So I don't know if you guys will get bored watching them. Maybe I have a lot of people who love watching them regardless, but I think that all of us will get more out of it when I'm tuning into one specific person's energy and their situation, and then allowing the rest of you to tune into that specific reading once it's already created. It's kind of like a pick a card reading, only it's a pick a reading, and you'll get to decide ahead of time, is this going to be a message? Are these questions, are they similar to my questions that I have? And then asking your higher guidance even to just tell you, yes, this has a message for you, or no, it doesn't. So without any further ado, let's get right on into your reading by your sign of the zodiac. And thanks so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel, and we will talk to you soon. All right, Pisces, this is my heart of the soulmate reading for you guys this week. We're going to take a look at what's going on with them, and because most of the people who I think are watching this channel relate in some way to some kind of like higher order relationship, where you're really dealing with a soulmate or a catalytic heart awakening kind of situation where this person is really in your life for bigger reasons. I'm seeing a lot of that coming up in the cards today. So what I have in the center for you guys is the center theme of this reading, and what the focus is the window, which is spirituality, your faith, fate, karma, patience, destiny, higher guidance, and protection. And in this deck, what she did was she took the card, the cross, and separated out the two major meanings of it. And we ended up getting both of them here, but we have the other side, kind of the I would say reversal, the negative side of the cross card, which is about burdens, sacrifice and martyrdom and oppression. So interesting that those both came up. So what I have here in the beginning of this card spread is the garden, which is about lots of people coming together, and then branches, which is diverging into two or more things. So there is something here about coming together for this person that then ends up opening, like the coming together ends up organically opening up opportunities for the creation of more. And I feel like I'll need some other cards to kind of get a better sense of it, but it is having to do in some way with spiritual and destined, like something about destined here. Something is destined to occur. I guess for me right now, the advice right off is that it's a good time if you're invited to go out with people, or perhaps, you know, this person's other partner of yours that you're watching, or you're, you know, looking at from a distance, or that you're in connection with or relationship with in some way. That because this really is the heart of the soulmate, what's going on with them, this is something that's going to open up for them. They're going to have an opportunity to meet someone, to come together and meet people that then it like multiplies into opportunities for something more that has to do with their spiritual growth. That could read a lot of different ways for different people, but perhaps they go, you know, they're invited to a birthday party and they, you know, meet someone they'd never talked to before, and then that person brings them kind of like a missing piece to their puzzle spiritually, gives, you know, connects with them in some way spiritually, even if it's just a moment. It might just be one conversation, but that then branches out into even more, like, you know, here's this book that I suggest you read, and then that book they read, and then from that book they go on, you know, see what I mean? It's going to grow, and it's significant in some way. Now, this seems like completely separate things to me, so we'll see how this plays out. But we also have dog, reliability, loyal. Actually, no, it doesn't, because I was just talking about them meeting someone, and it could be that whoever they meet, you know, is a friend. This is about being loyal. So in some ways, this could be the same thing. They end up meeting someone. But another way to read this is about their loyalty and being reliable to something or someone has started to become a burden to them, and it's really actually oppressive, and they're really being a martyr to it. And I'm feeling that that's the case for more of them. And the way these could connect is that this is a situation for them. This is a karmic situation. We have karma here in the middle anyway. So I feel like the story here for a lot of you Pisces is you're connected, you're watching someone, you've had someone come into your, you know, experience that you're not able to be in a relationship right now with them because they've got other stuff to deal with. Karmic connections, whether it's with family, another, you know, they're getting over an ex still, or, you know, haven't completely extracted themselves, whatever that might be, third party kind of thing. I don't know. It'll play out different ways for different people, but this is something that they're still stuck in it to some extent because of their loyalty, because they are. And the good thing is that you can say, well, this person is a loyal person, and that's actually a good thing in the long run, because if they're meant to be, you know, if they're soulmates for you and you're meant to be together, you can depend on them. But right now, that dependability is also keeping them stuck in a situation that's not good for them. It is a cross for them to bear at this time, but, you know, really, I think that whatever's happening over here is a good thing, because I think it's like about helping them see, because this is all about spiritual growth, right? Even them being stuck in this situation is for their spiritual growth, because there were things that they could learn from this connection with this person that now it's becoming oppressive, but part of that whole oppression is them extracting themselves out of that is where they learn. It is the place that gives them, like, you know, helps them grow, and they're about to meet someone I think that's going to help them in that process. Now, the spiritual card here reminds you, for one thing, one of the words is patience. It's reminding you to have patience in this situation, because you know, allowing it to unfold. You are being guided. There's higher guidance here, and so are they, and there's protection. Everything is going to work out to be okay, and just, you know, have faith in it, because it's all part of their destined plan, of your destined plan. Let's go ahead and see a couple cards here for more clarity. Okay, so we have the mice, something taken away or reduced in quality. So we have like this, I kind of feel like, I'm feeling like it's about what's here. So and this is showing me that connection. So them meeting this person that's going to end up growing into being a really good resource or some kind of good connection for them in helping them in this situation, which is for their spiritual growth. It's going to help them in reducing this, which is what we want. We want this situation because it's just a burden and a sacrifice for them. They don't need to be a martyr to this anymore. And in this case, the mice is reducing that and, you know, bringing it down. And that's what this person, whoever this is over here, that they meet in the coming together, or whatever resource they get in that situation that multiplies into more resources for them, then ends up helping them reduce this situation. Let's see something more about here. Tears, a flood of emotions, sickness, grief, and aching heart. See, this is nothing but pain for them right now. It's really getting them down. And, but you know, the good thing here is having the faith and the patience. You're just going to have to watch this from afar for right now. I do feel like I want to get another card. Let me see an outcome card, please. Okay, the other rival comes up. The other man or woman, a third person. So this really is, it's dealing with that. This is, for those of you who don't relate to this being another person as a rival, you can also think of something in this person's life that's really got their, you know, has their fingers in them. It could even be like something like addiction, or, you know, a job situation that's got them so sucked into it that's a rival in the love situation with you. That's being dealt with, though. This is actually a really good thing to see. Rider, the arrival of something or someone. Remember I was saying this is about them meeting someone? The rider paired with anything like this is always about, like, help coming in. This person, a rider is an arrival, a messenger, somebody coming in. It's about fastest momentum. It's also, the rider is a card that talks about having the ability to move forward with speed, and like where things might have been blocked in the past, you're now able to move through it. So whatever's going on over here is helping them move through this situation that's being really tough. So if anybody's wanting a private reading, take advantage of you can do it by a donation, whatever really works for you. If it's a really small donation, it'll be a smaller reading. If it's larger, then I'll do a longer one for you, and you can ask more questions. You can go ahead and email me on the email below, and then you'll have some details there on how to move forward with that. Your reading will be posted for everyone to view on YouTube, but there will be no names. Nobody will ever know who is involved. And then it'll be just, you know, some other resource for perhaps someone else who might be facing similar situations to get some benefit from. Thank you so much for watching and liking and subscribing to my channel. We'll see you around soon.